So what we have here is a arrowhead plant, and it's called that. We call it that because it looks like an arrowhead. So it's outgrown its pot, and we're going to propagate it. And the best way to propagate these actually is pretty simple. All these little nodules, all these nodules on here will actually root. So that I'm just going to cut it off. And I'm going to do that to all of these. I got 9 pots filled up, so then I'm going to take the rest of that stem and just cut it off. And I'll go through and prune these back in a little bit. Right now I'm just going to cut them. It's all knotted up, makes them pretty hard to work with. It actually needs up potted too. I'll probably do that with it here as soon as I'm done cleaning it up. I'll put the main plant in the bigger pot. I think for now that's as far as I'm going to go till I'll take it out of here. And I will clean this mess up because it is a mess. But now I'll just take these. And this one here I'm not going to mess with a whole lot. I'll take that one off. It actually looks like a pretty good plant, but all those will turn into roots. All those little nodules coming out will root. So come over to this side. Anyhow, so then I'll just take this and just plant it inside here. Then I'll water it in good, and I'll give it a good drink of some fish emulsion fertilizer. Excuse me. One like this needs some serious TLC. Try that one. Cut that little one off. It's probably longer than the pot will fit. This one here, I don't know if it'll do anything or not. It should. It should, but Only one leaf on there. I don't know. That in there looks pretty good as is. I think I'll just cut these two longer ones off. And the reason I'm cutting these off, because these leaves will pull water out of the whole stem, moisture and nutrients out, because at this point it has no roots. So you want to make it you want to give it as good a chance to grow as root as possible. So the less leaves you have, the better off you're going to be. So it's going to only pull moisture out of the atmosphere for now. Then the camera lady's probably getting mad at me for throwing all that crap on the floor.
Well, just maybe. She
may or may not get over it. We'll find out.
He may be cleaning the greenhouse
if later. This is the last video that I make, she planted me like I am these flowers. I did this once before this way, probably 2 or 3 years ago. It actually worked out pretty good for us. These are a house plant, so at least around here, I don't know what zone you'd have to live in for these to grow outside. It's getting pretty warm. The sun's starting to come out now. And that's all for them. Put a little bit more in this. So now I'll just show you on one and you'll know what I'm talking about. This is fish emulsion. I'm just going to give them a pretty good drink of this. And then the garden hose right there. Well, that stuff stinks. Camera lady's trying to pull the hose out of my hand. And
I try to help in any way possible.
Yeah. And I'll give them a fairly decent drink, but I'm not too concerned about the dirt. I want the leaves wet.
Just because they don't have...
They have no roots, so it's gonna soak its moisture through the roots, or through the leaves. So for the next few weeks, you need to keep the leaves damp. So these will go in our house. They won't stay out here because it gets too hot out here with the sun. So as you can see, I put it in a bigger, not really a bigger pot this way, but it's deeper. This thing was pretty root bound. Cleaned a lot of the dead out of it. There's still some could come out, but I give it a good watering, good fish emulsion stink. So this one plant is now 10. So we got 9 free plants out of this one, and this fall we can sell them for $10 or $12 a piece. So you won't be able to sell them before then, because they may not all live, but odds are they will. These propagate pretty easy. But that's one way of making free plants for yourself. One of them, I don't know which one, I think it's this one. Actually pulled out, had roots on the bottom of it when I was cleaning the pot up. So she planted this one in it, but that, yeah. So that's an easy way to make free plants. That's just like putting money in the bank right there. It didn't cost you a dime, other than a little bit of soil and time. These pots were old and recycled pots, so they didn't even cost us nothing. So that's how we do it. So that's going to wrap this up. So anybody who wants to propagate these, try it that way. It works good. There's a lot of other propagation. I have some other propagation videos. I will put a link to them below. So it's going to wrap this up here. So till we meet again, take care and God bless.